All right. I think that should do it. Okay, we're back. I hope it doesn't freeze again. So if it does, I'm sorry, and we'll try this for the millionth time. I've been having a lot of problems with one of my cameras. It keeps triggering a freeze, and I don't know if it's my camera or Streamlabs. So I apologize, and hopefully you don't have that again. So let me start that over. For those joining us for the first time, I'm Mandi Hutchinson, also known as the Board Gaming Pinup Girl. And I do these live solo playthroughs from time to time. I have to say this up front. This isn't a tutorial. We do this for fun. Or I do this for fun. So if you're coming here to potentially, this is how I'm going to learn how to play the game, it's more of like we're going to kind of fumble through and see how we go, but I have played it once before. So hopefully it's not too bad. My chat, welcome again. I'm sorry I had to move you. Hopefully you're all able to get in the chat and say hello, just so I know that you're still there and I didn't drop you on another channel. But yeah, I think that should do it. Unfortunately, I don't think my chat is going to come up on the screen. So you're going to, oh, it is. Look at that. It is actually working. So never mind. So yes, Tracy, be glad you missed all the drama. My computer's been giving me issues, and I have a strong suspicion it's Streamlabs, and I think it was some of the settings. So all that being said, we have hopefully fixed it going forward. So yes, okay, people are back. Hello, hello. So I'm used to usually doing this with my usual people that are in the chat now, so welcome, and hopefully some new people are here as well. We are playing Capital Lux 2 Generations. So this is, I don't want to say, I guess it's a sequel. It is a standalone from the original Capital Lux, and there are a few things I'm going to show you that are a bit different if you haven't played it. So without further ado, let's kind of jump in and I'll show you a little bit of how the game works. I've got my trusty rulebook here in the event that I need to refer to it, which will probably be often. So let's go to the main page of the game. Here we go. Oh, and it looks like my camera decided to go bye-bye as well. So give me 1 second. We're going to try and fix that. I have a feeling it just went sleepy time. All right, and look at that. And back in a flash. Woohoo! Everything's coming up Millhouse. Okay, so I have my player board here. But I also have Rob's player board here. And I'll show you a bit closer what that means. And Rob is who I'm playing against. Okay? We've got the game set up here. And I've kind of added a few pieces. So I've changed the tiles. And I'll talk about that. And then this is the main deck and Rob's cards up here. And I'll show you what all this means in a minute. And then we've got Rob's cards down here, which we'll be flipping and using to play Rob's turn. Okay, so the goal of the game, obviously, is to get most points, and we do that by winning districts, so to speak. And I'll explain how that works as we play. And you will get points in the form of these cards, and that'll be their point value. All right, so who has played Capital Lux, the original, because you will see some differences. I see that Pete's back. Sorry, it threw me off. Like, Pete's back in the chat. Let's go and take a look up here. So this is what I was showing you earlier. So this up here is the main board. And we have these various tiles. So every time we play a card into what is called the capital, so we have choices of playing cards in the capital and our home base, which is our player area, we can take the action on these tiles. So the one I have there, let me get my trusty book out because I will forget. So this one is the recruiter, which I think is listed on there, and that one uses this deck here. So we're going to get to be able to take these cards, and it goes, let's see, it goes into our home base. So this is great because it's going to help us win certain areas in the district. So this is an added one. You don't necessarily have to start with that one. Sometimes people will start with some of the ones that are recommended. There's a chart in the book that shows you which ones you can use. 4 or 5, yes, still alive. And then we're using the cleric. Well, it's looking, there's a nice book here that tells us what each of these mean, and the cleric allows us to move the lowest valued card to my home base. So I can take one from a certain district and place it in my home base of a lower value. Has to be one card there. And here the yellow, so the follower gives me 1 extra turn, and I believe the scholar allows me to take a card off the top of the deck and put it into my hand, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll come back to those as we go, but gives you a general idea. So now we're going to swing on over to up here. So this is just the continuation of the board. This is the deck, but these 2 cards are Rob, my competitor Rob. Those are his cards. So those are the only 2 cards in his hand that he will be using. And you know what? It could be a she or a they. So you know what? You can have Rob as to whatever you would like. But this is their card. Here, that's their hand. Okay? And now we're going to go to player board. I have some weird shadow over here. I'm sorry, I don't know why. But this is going to be my player area here. And this is Rob's player area. So you'll see that we start with one card in Rob's area, and then there's a reserve of cards. These are tricky because these can come into play into their area and potentially win them a district, kind of booting me out. So we got to be careful with that. And this is going to refill because it's over 3 rounds. So over 3 rounds always needs to maintain 5 cards. All right. Why did they name the solo deck Rob? That is correct. The solo deck is Rob. I kid you not. It is Rob. So I don't know where that came from. Maybe I should have asked about that, but yeah. So that's Rob. I'm sorry. I was hoping they would pop in, but maybe they can let us know if they do why Rob. I would also like to know why Rob. Oh, there we go. So Mikhail's saying Pete was taken, so I guess they had to go with Rob. Accurate. That's going to be the best explanation ever. So for those who are just jumping in now, this is the solo play. So Rob generally isn't used just for solo. So there are some changes. First things first, I get to draft cards. So normally we would do this with each other, but because I'm playing against Rob, then yes, I have to draft some cards. So I'm going to draw 3 and choose 2. I'm going to do this until I have 6 cards. So yes, the art is rad. So thank you for pointing that out, David. So the art is by Kwanchai Moria, who I have met and had the pleasure of meeting, and some of his art, I shouldn't say all of his art, but some particular I really, really love, but it's all beautiful, and this is no exception, and he also did the art on the original Capital Lux, if you have it. So, there you go. All right, so I'm going to draft some cards. So I've taken 3 from the deck, and I get to pick 2. So I'm going to put my cards. Let me just go here so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I've taken 3. I don't get to keep all 3. I have to pick 2 until I have 6, but I will place my hand up here so you can actually see the cards I'm picking. High values are not always great here because then you're stuck with having too much of a value here in your home base against your district, which we don't want to go over that value. So yeah, the first game had really great art as well. So I'm going to actually do a combination. I kind of like what's happening in the pink district. I'm sure they have technical names, but we're going to go by colors. Sorry for anybody who's a bit more technical than I. And I'm actually going to keep that low one and return the 3. All right. I'll do a little discard to the side because I don't have room for it here. Going to take another 3. So those are the 2 I've chosen. And then here's another 3 that I get to pick from. The green 2 looks kind of good. And that's 6 I don't really want, although I don't really want that either. Ew. But I'm choosing from this, so I'm going to get rid of the 6 yellow for now, which is concerning because now I have really high 6s. This is not good because these cards will get played whether I play them or not. So here are my last 3. Sorry, I'll stretch that over there a little bit. I get to pick 2. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid so much yellow, but it looks like I don't really have a choice, so I'm going to get rid of this yellow one. So that leaves me with, and sorry, my cards are kind of over Rob's area. I think Rob will survive. So I just want you all to be able to see the cards that I'm playing with. So let's go back to the main game so you can actually see the entire area. I feel like this got super crooked while I was gone. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have all 6 of my cards to play. Again, Rob is choosing from here. So let's see. Let's go to the rules. I want to make sure I'm doing it right for the first little bit. So we drafted our cards. That's step 1. And in the normal game, you would draft amongst players. So that's good. Now we get to play cards. Guess who starts first? Rob starts. I don't know how I feel about that, but fine. Rob's going to start. So Rob has a deck, as we determined. And what's going to happen is Rob is going to draw this top card. Red cards go on this side, and they'll be panned out. Blue cards will go on this side, and they're on top of each other. There's a reason. So we want to look at this, and it's red, and there's a little countdown symbol, so we know this as it goes on this side. And it's telling us that we are actually going to take the first card in this slot here. So this is referring to where the placement is, but it's letting us know that Rob is going to take this card here. All right, so now this either goes into Rob's home base, which is down here, or it goes into the district. How do we know where it goes? Well, if we can place it here and it doesn't go over what the number is here, and that's the number on the card's total, so right now it's 3, then I could place it here. But in this case, he's already at 6. So I have a feeling this is going to go into the district. Let me just make sure. Yep, not exceed the matching district, which it will in this case. So now we have to play it in the capital. So it's going to go here. So now there's a total of 6 in blue, 7 in pink, 4 in green, 0 in yellow. You're wondering what that means, but I will explain soon, I promise. But the numbers matter. The total matters. So something happens if this card had another symbol on the bottom. It doesn't. So as far as I know, you just play it in the capital, and that's it. And then we replenish Rob's hand. It's not always going to be like that, though. So there we go. That card goes there. Doesn't move, goes in the same spot. So here we go. I see someone's looking up the whole Rob thing. This is great. Did Quan Chai do sentient? I don't. That's a good question. I don't know. You might have to look. I would like to know. I don't remember. I have sentient. Usually I remember these things. Like I know he did flip ships. He did, there's another space game that Renegade did. Kepler. He did that one, the newer version. He's done a lot. He did Glorious Maximus. Like he's done a few games, but now I'm really curious. Okay. So Rob's turn is over. I have blame it on. Stop it. Don't get earworms in my ear. Ooh. So now it's my turn. I get to place. So I can now place one of my cards in my home base, or I can place it in the district. The bonus about placing in the district, a couple things. I get to take whatever the action is on the tile, so I place it, and I get to take whatever action it corresponds to that colored area that I chose to go to. It's also increasing these totals so I don't go over when I start placing cards here. It's tricky because there are things that can affect, you know, how these cards are. So, yeah, thanks, David. Everyone in the chat is angry with you for, I'm not even going to say the name of that song because it is so ridiculous. All right, so the designers of this game are the same as Trails of Tucana and Santa Maria, which is fantastic. So I'll be honest, wasn't crazy about the theme of Santa Maria. The game itself was great. Didn't love the theme, but Trails of Tucana, excellent game. I love that game so much. It's really good. So for my turn, what do I want to do? So I could place, well, right now yellow has nothing. So if I place yellow there, I could place the yellow card here and then I get an extra turn, which would then I would put the yellow here. So that means I'm like even with it. So if I place the yellow card here, this tile now actions and I get another turn because that's what that tile means, the follower. And I'm going to actually take, let's slide that over, these are mine, this other yellow card that I have and place it in my home base. And I'll just double check to make sure that I am playing that correctly, but I'm pretty sure, yep, take an extra turn. And my options are playing to the district or playing to my home base. So, perfect. All right, not the greatest turn. See how it goes. All right, so now we're over to, that's it for my turn. So now we're over to Rob. So Rob has another red card. Again, no symbol on the bottom, so it's going to be either playing to, well, it's still always going to be home base or district, but if there's no additional action. So it's saying to choose this card. We actually can't play it here because Rob has a 6 here. There's 6 total in the district. So if I place that here, it will put Rob over. So it actually does go into the district instead of his home base. And that's it. There's no symbol here to action. That's it. So here's the problem. There are 2 red cards out, and you're like, why do you care? If a third one comes out, it's going to not end the round. I think it's I get one more turn, but that's it. And any cards that are left over in my hand are going to go into my home base, and that potentially could be problematic if it puts me over. So I really need to push certain things out at this point. So what is going on here? You need them to retheme Santa Maria. Yeah, I had it. I got rid of it. I liked the game, and I told them about it. And there's a huge thread, I think, on BGG, so you can check it out. But I would have preferred potentially a different theme, but that's my opinion. So, but check it out for yourselves to make your own informed decisions. All right, so now Rob did that. Rob's turn is over. So now we are over to me. I have to play pink because right now I have a total of 12, and if I get stuck with those cards, it'll put me over. And pink, I could win potentially. So I'm going to put a 6 out here. And now the pink tile, which is the cleric. I probably should read those in advance before playing, but here we are. Choose a capital district that has at least one card and move the lowest valued card of that district to the matching home base district. So I get to bring it to my home base. So, But do I want to move anything is the question. I kind of don't. I kind of do, actually. I can move that blue one. I'm not going to win it. Yeah, but I can put Rob over. Yes, so I'm going to actually take this from the blue district and put it here. So that's what this power does. I played it here. I get to take the action of the tile. In this case, I get to take a lower value card from any one of these and place it in my home district. Yeah, I didn't think Quancha did sentient. I wasn't sure, but I'm like, I don't remember. But thank you for checking. I wasn't sure about that one. So, okay. Things aren't going too badly. By the way, I'm very bad at this game, so I don't smell a win here. All right, Rob, please be a blue card so I can get all my cards out. Oh, thank goodness. So, Rob has now played a blue card. It goes on this side, and this one is telling me now, oh, I actually forget what this means in the blue card. I think I just take one off the top of the deck, but let's verify. That's what it looks like. It looks like one off the deck. It is top of the deck. All right, here we go. So, oh, I forgot to replace that. So sorry, that should have happened last round. And this is the card that we will be playing for Rob, because it's saying on this card to take it from the top of the deck. Okay, so it's green. So right now they can actually play it to their home base. Simple enough. There are no additional actions on there. That's their turn. So you can see their turn's pretty straightforward. Now I still have some time to go. So the round is going to end when either 3 of these red cards come out, and then I think we get another turn, or somebody's out of cards, which in this case it would be me, I'm presuming at this point, because Rob always gets cards. So now I would like to get in on that green action. I don't have the best cards right now, and they will win it, but I want to get the pink. Pink is good. So I'm actually just going to do this. I'm going to put this pink card in here. So I don't get any fancy actions or anything, but I have a shot here because we have a total of 13. I have 6. Rob has 0, but we'll potentially get a 5 coming in later. So we shall see. So that was my turn. Not super exciting. Now Rob gets to go. All right, so here's one of the cards you're going to see. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. Yeah. Here are one of the cards that have that symbol on the bottom, which means that I believe if Rob places in the capital, yes, then another action happens. So let's see. Rob is taking this card here, which will actually get placed here. And I think, right, if the card is played in the capital, which we didn't, so you know what? This does an action. But if this happened because this card was placed in the capital, then let's see what happens. Ooh, Rob gets points. Yep. Take the lowest valued card from the capital. So they would actually, Rob would get points from that move if we placed in the capital. Yeah. Going for the pink. I know, Tracy. Sorry, the pink. It made sense, okay? Not just because it's pink. It made sense. I swear. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let me see now. So 3 red cards. The other player gets one last turn. So that was Rob's turn. And I think I will get a turn now. So the other player, so that's me. I'm going to get a turn. So I will, I mean, it's not a huge deal. I just don't feel like I have the best cards. I should have taken more actions, I feel. This wasn't smart on my part. I almost wish I'd played in blue, then I could take that fancy card, but I didn't. So let's play this here. Not very excited about this first round. I have a strong suspicion I'm not going to do well. So that ends the first round. So you can see it goes pretty fast. So, so let's see if the pink paid off for me playing with the pink. We shall see. So now that we've done that, we've got the round end. So, which we've done because 3 red cards came out for Rob. I got an extra turn. Now we have to do lay down cards. So, which is I will actually end up putting out, and I want to make sure I'm doing this right, because it does follow the same rules in the solo, but let's just make sure. So here we go. So lay down cards. So I do have an extra card left, so that is going to go down here. Funny. Pink is, I mean, there are other nice colors. So, yeah. So the green goes here. No! Oh, no. I'm gonna... Okay, you'll see why I'm making this face in a minute. Boo! So, yes. Now we lay down any cards that were left in our hand. For Rob, each of the cards in the reserve go into his home district, if possible. Here's where it gets problematic, because now Rob can beat me out in certain areas, which is not great, but we'll see how that goes. So, we'll start with blue, and right now blue is at 6, Rob is at 6, and I'm comparing to the district up here, so that's going to stay. Pink has 13. Oh, look at that. Rob has 5, that's going to go there, but I think I'm going to beat him on that one. 2, there's a total of 3 in the yellow district, so that is going to stay where it is. I cannot add these two. Green is a 4, Rob has 3, has a 3 here, but we can't pull it in because it will be higher than what the value is here. Okay, so now that we've done laying down the cards, we're going to resolve. So we have to, so let me just see. So Rob does get bonus cards if he wins, which is garbage, but you know. Just that's how it is. So here we go. So resolve. So we go by district. So first we're going to do the blue district. And let's see. So now we're going to look at each player now compares the total value of the cards in their home with the total in the capital. So I have 2. Well, this is unfortunate because I have 2. Rob has 6. The total in the home base is 6. He doesn't exceed it, but he's higher than me. So that's good that nobody exceeded it, but so this card stays in my home base. It says, yeah, if it didn't, then I'd have to get rid of it. And then we're going to get, yes, so we have to resolve. Okay, so this is at this point, we're just trying to see if anybody's exceeded. I think I have 1, which means all my cards are going to go over. What is it, David saying? This cat did some of my favorite board game covers. Right? Come on, Kwanchai, beautiful work, chef's kiss. So now we're at pink. I have 6, which is way under the 13 here. 5 under the 13. We're good. So 3 here. I match. They're just under. We're good. This is where I have a problem. See where I have 5 and the base up here, the district, is 4. I've gone over. Unfortunately, Rob has not. So, if I'm not mistaken, I am going to lose all my cards. So all the cards that were here are gone. That sucks. Because now I have to basically rebuild that all over again. Very upsetting. So now we're going to do the scoring bonus. I just want to make sure. Yes. So for the scoring, we have to do it by district. So we look at blue. I have 2. Rob has 6. Well, unfortunately, Rob wins it. So what happens is the player with the highest total value in their home base must take the highest valued card in the capital district, and they get it face down in their score pile. That sucks for me, because I don't have it. So, Rob wins it. Rob gets this, because they're tied. Keep our cards, but Rob gets some points. Boo earns. I'm not thrilled about this. Now we're going to go to the pink. Haha, look at that. I have more than Rob, so I get the highest valued card. So I get the 6. For points. So these are points. I have 6 points. Just throw that over here in my pile. So I have a pile over to the side. You can't see it. It's there, I promise. Yellow. I also take yellow because I have 3. Rob has 2. But now it says here, the player, okay, you must have a total value, at least 1 or more. Okay, so the card is not discarded. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so there's only 1 card. So I think I can take this if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay. Now we do the green. So green has 4. I have nothing. So Rob wins this one. Poop-a-loop. And Rob gets 4 points. So that's going to go in Rob's pile. This is not going well for me. I think, maybe? That was round 1. So now we have to prepare. So now this is where we are going to... So let's see. Collect all of Rob's cards. So Rob actually should have 2 cards there. All of the cards we use to do the things. I'm going to shuffle that up so Rob gets some more cards. I like it. I like it a lot. And so what are we thinking so far about this one? Have you played Capital Lux, or is it similar? If you don't own Capital Lux, you might like to get this one. And then the tiles that I was using, they have ones that are, if you're familiar with Capital Lux, or maybe you're newer to the game, start with those and it gives you a good feel for it. But there are other tiles that make this game a little bit more complex. Not in a bad way, just gives you a little bit more things to think about. And I can show those too if you want to see. So, let us do Rob's deck with my very terrible shuffling job, but there it is. I know it's off center. And now we do that. Rob's got his cards. And that's it. But then we're going to start over from step 1. Excuse me, which is me drafting cards. So here we go. So I'm going to switch back over to my player area so you can see the cards I'm drafting. All right, so these are my first 3. If you are thinking I should go with certain cards, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go with the ones I think are good. Like, I mean, the pink one is good because I feel like I really need to up it and keep ahead on that in order to win some points. So what's David doing? I'm now down the rabbit hole of board game artists while I watch. See, this is what happens when you get with me. I can tell you a lot of artists that are fantastic, and not just ones everyone knows about. There are so many good ones. And I guess I should say this. People who don't know, David, or Eclectic Camel in the chat, also has a Twitch channel. So if you all are on the Twitch or trying to get in there, Eclectic Camel is there. And Dave and I also stream, as you know, here. And actually, David and I will be streaming War Chest sometime next week. And I also got a new game in, so talk to him about that as well. So there you go. Check him out there. So drafting first, I think I'm going to take... Oh, gosh. I'm almost tempted to keep the green and make that happen. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of the pink. And, oh, I forgot to fill up 1, 2, 3, 4. I always forget to fill this up. Sorry, I should have filled this up before, and I always forget to do it. I have to fill up his reserve. It should always be at 5 cards. Don't get rid of them. Just add to it. Apologies. So now I have to draw my 3 cards. Here we go. Now, I don't really want to keep the green. I almost want to keep the pink to stay ahead of it. So I'm going to throw that green away, or just, not use it. And we'll use that. And one more, because I need 2 more cards. Wow. I have so little blue. Like, what's happening? And I don't want all this green, because I'm going to stuck with it. So I'm actually going to get rid of the green and keep the blue. There we go. I think that'll... Okay, you know what? That's going to drive me nuts. Let's do this. Put it there so it looks like it's all together. There we go. All right, excellent. So now that's done, and then I've forgotten 5 million things. We're good. I filled up the reserve. David's got... sorry, David. Oh my gosh, I was saying David. Now David's on my head. Rob has 2 cards in his hand here, and these cards stay, they don't clear. So, here we go. Rob gets to draw first. And it is on the red side. Oh dear. So Rob is taking the yellow card because of that. Can Rob place it here? No. It has to go in the capital because there's nothing there. 2 is greater than 0. Placing the 3 there, not allowed. So now this is where we do that whole thing I was telling you about. So the card is played in the capital. You must take the lowest value card from the capital, except for the one you just played, and place it. Oh, lowest card, and there are a lot. So I do get to choose, because not this one, it's just from here. So not the card that was just played. So it's this or this. I do get to choose. Oh, this is bad. This is actually not great. So I think I'm going to give the 3 to Rob. It's points. So Rob gets these as points, which is not great. Okay, that didn't go the way I would have liked, to be honest. Now let me remember to fill up Rob's area. Yay, yay, yay. Now it's over to me. I kind of want to make sure this happens because... Although I don't want to take that yellow. I don't love it. I don't love that color at all. I'm going to have to play it at some point. Otherwise I'm in trouble. So maybe I don't want to play it yet. I'm thinking things out here. So maybe what I'll do is I'll place... Wow, this is not going to go well. So I'm going to place the 6 green here. I don't have anything yet, but I'm getting myself ready. And then... This is the ability where I believe I get to draw one from the top. Yes, it is. And it goes... Let me double check. I think it goes into my hand. Last thing I need is to draw it, and it goes into my... Yes, goes into my hand. Perfect. So I'll toss it up here. Okay, it's blue. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's blue. No spider friends today, it's just Rob. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're back to Rob's turn. Oh, by the way, did I tell all of you? I ended up going down my own rabbit hole of buying all of this Marvel Champions, which now I want to sleeve. And if you notice, the mat that I'm using right now, so let me go back to the game here. You might want to see what I'm doing. The mat that I'm using here is actually Gamegenic mats, but I like their sleeves, and I like the whole pink thing, so I'm going to keep going with that. It's just going to be a lot of sleeves. All right, so now we're over to Rob. Oh, this actually goes on this side for Rob because it's blue. All right, so I played that. Rob goes and chooses this card. And this cannot go here. It's going to go here, but there are no symbols down here, so no additional actions happen, which I'm grateful for. Let's just be clear about that. Now we're back to me. I like this recruiter card. I just don't like the card that's out. Poop a loop. Now I could make it 7 and make that 8, which is really pushing it. So I think I'm going to put the 2 here. And I believe, let's just make sure, because I want to do the, so I have to do the recruiter action. I guess I'm trying to figure out, the recruiter goes into my home base, which is not terrible, actually. Well, it kind of is, because I don't have any yellow cards. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this is bad. Okay, well, let's, and I keep forgetting to fill up Rob's deck here. Oh, well, Rob has a yellow coming up, so I would have known that in advance, just so we're clear. So this goes into my home base. Thank goodness, because right now, not looking so hot for me. David, the dromedary, makes a good AI. Right? Just gonna name it. Instead of Rob, it's David. If I say David, just go with it. All right, Rob's up. Oh, it's a blue card. So Rob gets to play. I was really hoping for that yellow card, but Rob plays the 6. 5 here. 7 there. Can't play it there. It has to go here. Again, no symbol, so we're good. And that's going to come out. Oh, all the yellow. This is great. I need yellow cards. It's hard to hold cards with no hands. Oh, I know. You've done it. I know. All right, so now let's take a look here. So I will place... I will win the 6 regardless, even if those go into my hand. 6, 10, 13, 6, 7, 8. If you haven't noticed, there's some math happening here. 6, 9, 10, 11. So I'm not worried about the pink. Green, however, no. Yeah, green's a problem. Oh, and I should have flipped this before. So when I recruited, that tells you what recruit is available next if we take that blue space there. So there are a lot of things to remember, and I'm very bad at doing this. This is when we play games. It's cooperative. Don't you all have assignments? Don't you assign people to you flip the cards, you do this? That's my thing. Okay, so now I think what I will do is I don't want to up that green too much, but I also don't want to hang on to that card because they're going to beat me if I put a blue there, but then I'm going to go over. Oh, this is tough. This is really hard, actually, because I don't know what to do with that green. I'm tempted. Okay, so I'm going to... I think what I'll do is put... No. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the green here. Makes it a total of 9, which I will then now, because of the ability, get to take this card, which goes into my hand. Oh my gosh, that was a bad move. Very bad move. Oh, no, no, no. Because now I have such high value cards in green. And I can't go over 9, and that's a total of 10. Oh, this is garbage. All right, this is not going well. So, Rob... Oh, it's another blue card. Okay, well, I might have long turns to play then. Rob gets to take one off the deck. It's a yellow 3. Cannot be placed here. It's going to get placed in the capital. Not mad at this. And there's no symbol, so that's it for Rob. Okay, now we're back to me. Oh my gosh, this is... So I'm played with random tiles, by the way, here. They have a chart that gives you set ones you can play with. They recommend certain ones if you're newer to the game or you want to kind of start off a bit slower. I just randomly put these together. Don't necessarily know if they're the best combo, but we're playing it out to see how it works. So, well, I'm concerned because that green is becoming problematic. Blue, don't care. Pink, I'm actually in a really good spot with pink right now. So, yeah, I almost want to do... I don't have any yellow. All right, I got to stop fooling around here and just maybe place my green here. So I have something there, just in case. Okay. Now we're back to Rob, Pete, David. Pick your poison. Oh, there we go. Second red card. Okay, so this is a 5 yellow, which I cannot place here because it will make it 7 to the 6 that's out there. So this now becomes going here, but it does have that symbol on the bottom, which means I am going to take the lowest value card as points for Rob. I almost said David again. Oh my goodness. And in this case, it's the blue. It's the blue. Okay. That's bad. Okay. Yeah, that's bad. Because now that puts me over if I use that 5. Poop-a-loop. Okay, Rob. I see where you're at. I see you. So, yeah, I should get rid of this blue. But if I take that pink, 6, 5 is 11. Actually, if I take the pink, it's not so bad. But then I'm really giving Rob leeway in that area, which I don't care for. This sucks. I want this green card to go away. It's awful. Oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do with this green card? Oh, again, forgot to give our friend here his card. Now I'm I don't know what to do. If I use the blue card, I'm going to take the ability, which is going to give me the 1 pink. Not that big of a deal, but then it makes this threshold higher. And they're winning. Mind you, if I have to place it here, I'm not winning anything at all. So, it doesn't really matter. I could place... Ugh. This is poop. Not happy about it at all. So if I choose to do the cleric, let me see. The cleric, I just want to see... Choose one capital district that has at least 1 card. Move the lowest value card of that district to the matching home base. So move the lowest valued card from the green capital district to your green home. Oh, I would have to move it to my home base. Yeah, I don't want to do that either. I want it the other way around. So I can move it from here. Or I can place in green. I'm in trouble either way. So getting more cards might not be my best friend at the moment. Okay, but we're going to try it. So I'm going to place this here. Whoops. There we go. Might have to move that up a smidge. All right, so I place that there, which means I get to take a card from the top, put it in my hand. Not the card I was hoping for, but it could be worse. Okay, here we go. So now we're over to Rob/David/Pete. Oh dear, I only have 1 more turn after this. So Rob gets this card and can place it here. 6, yeah, so total of 11. Place it here. Even though it has that symbol, that doesn't happen because I didn't place it in the capital. I placed it in their home base. So I have the last turn here, which isn't... Because I could technically place, if that's a 9, that'll be 7. So I could do that. I could place the 3 here to make this 9, which then allows me to put this card in here. So I can use the recruit action. This will come out to replace the one that is left. Oh, thank goodness it wasn't that one. That's terrible. Okay, so now that's round 2. So now we're actually going to... That's this. So Jeremy, hey, hope all is well. You've never played Capital Lux. Hey, Jeremy, nice to see you. I know it's been a while, and you would love Capital Lux. I mean, there's a bit of mathing out and stuff, and hence the reason I'm calculating things out loud. But it's fun. I really liked the original, and I'm really enjoying this one. And I'm playing random tiles, but there are lots of different tiles. Some even have like an additional board that you can play with, so it's super fun. So... What's this? No wonder Mandi is losing if Rob, David, and Pete are joining forces against her. I know! You all know that watch me regularly. Like, I'm already losing with 1. Now, to have 3, that's too much for me. It's too much. Okay, so let's make sure I'm doing the things right here. So we lay down cards, which means that I will have to, and I always want to refer to this just to make sure. So anybody who's watching normally wouldn't have to do this. I just want to make sure that I'm doing things right. So any cards that I have here have to go out to my home base. Oh, okay. Hopefully I don't go way over. So, oopsie. So let's do that. So I'm going to actually switch to the, so you can actually see what's happening. So I've moved all the cards up here, and then I get to do for the solo, I think for Rob we do his reserve, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. If the card, yes. So we do all of these cards here, and those get to go into his home base. So let's see, it doesn't really matter what order as long as I'm doing the same colors together. So green has 11, 14. We're supposed to start, I believe, at the highest value. So that brings it to 9. And then another 3 gives us 12. Oh, jeez Louise. I think they're going to be placing out all these cards. And then the 6 cannot go out. That stays. The yellow is a total of 6 here. And it's a total of 5, 11. So 6. And actually, can't place this either, but I believe can play this one. There you go, because it's 6, 7, 8 against 11. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so now we're going to resolve, and I believe the resolve action is when we see if anybody's gone over. Yes, the total... Yes, this is where we determine if anyone's gone over. So let's go back to the main board so you can actually see. Oh, did I freeze again? There we go. I thought I froze. Okay. I was like, this isn't good. I'm good. I was just very still, apparently. Oh my gosh, I'm scaring myself at how still I am. Hopefully you can all still hear me. I will double check, though, that my volume is working. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, still loud and crazy here. Okay, so now I have... Make sure, yeah, I'm on the right screen here. So I have 7 against the capital of 9. They have 6, so no one's gone over. I have 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12 against 13, and they have 5, so we're still good. I have 4 with yellow, and thank you, Tracy, for confirming. It was a bit of a doozy when we started. So I have 4 in yellow. 6, 11 is the total in the district up here. 6, 7, 8, so they're fine. And then 3, 6, so 6, 11, 14, and then they have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, good. So now we're going to be doing the scoring part of it. Huzzah. So this is where we're going to see. So no one's gone over. So now we need to score. So now in the blue has 9. I have 7. They have 6. But I have the highest, but no one's gone over. I take the highest value card in that district, so I will get the 6 as points. Woohoo! So the 3 stays, but I get the 6 as points. Done. Pink. So this one here, I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm beating here. So I will get the highest here. This is great. I'm here for it. Yellow. I made this. I think I made this too easy. I don't know. All right, so this is 11. Oh, they beat me in yellow, unfortunately. So they're going to get the higher card. So that card goes to Rob. And over here in the green, yep, that goes to Rob. So Rob's getting that 6. That's garbage. So, well, it's not really, actually. They're not doing too badly. So there you go. So now that's the end of round 2. I'm going to do some cleanup. Last round. So let us shuffle Rob's cards. Also, let's make sure to do this. I keep forgetting to give Rob his hand. Do I have to? I also have to fill up the reserve. So 1, 2, so we should have a total of 5. So I like to keep the colors together. It makes it easier. There we go. So that's going to be like that. Now we're going to do Rob's cards. Here we go. Can I do a win? Can I pull off a win? Maybe. I don't know. All right, let's see. I also will have to draft, so starting over. So anybody joining now, just FYI, this is not a tutorial. I have to keep saying it because people think it is. I'm running through as if I was playing with one of you all on a call or something and we're picking it up for maybe the first or second time. I have a very poor memory, so for me, unless I play a game a few times, sometimes I have to keep thinking about it, but this game is not too difficult to remember. I just refer to it to make sure I'm not making ridiculous mistakes. So this is one where you will have no problems remembering. But they do give you a little guide for the abilities of the tiles up here, so that's helpful. All right, Rob's there, did that. All right, so now we are back to... Okay, thanks, David, for popping on, and we'll definitely chat later because we've got some games to discuss, so I guess tomorrow. So thanks for popping in, I appreciate it. So first things first, we need to do a draft. So I get 3 cards to choose from, and we'll put them up here so you can all see. So I'll go to my player board so you can see the cards that I get to choose from. Well, I think that I'm going to keep the green. That pink is really high, which concerns me. So I'm actually going to keep the green and the yellow and get rid of the other yellow. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. All blue. Every single one is blue. And blue is not so hot. So I think I'm going to keep the higher and slightly lower because then that way I can maybe try and even it out, I hope. And then last, so I can get a total of 6 cards. More blue, a pink, and a yellow. Ooh. Well, I'm kind of inclined to keep the yellow at this. No, I got that 4. Yikes. Okay, the pink for sure. We're keeping the pink. Well, this isn't looking great for me. Do I want to keep the yellow? Looking at what they have, I'm almost tempted to keep this yellow. So let's do that. We'll keep that extra yellow and get rid of the blue that I had. There we go. So let's go to the game. Okay. Perfect. No, Jeremy, I think you would totally like it. I really do. And this one is actually, the only part that would be hard if you're playing it online is the drafting, but this game is on Tabletopia. So if any of you are like, I really want to try it solo or whatever else, you can try it solo on Tabletopia. I'm pretty sure they have it. So you don't have to play it this way. I'm doing the physical game because I figured people might want to see the art and the components, feel and touch. So that's why I do it this way. But no, I totally think that you would like it. Okay, last round, here we go. So now Rob gets to go. Okay. Blue card comes out, so it goes on this side of the deck. Make sure you can all see that. Yep. And this is Rob getting a card off the top of the deck. So it is a 6. Rob cannot play it here. It's going to go here. And unfortunately, there's no symbol here, so that's all that happens. Now we're over to me. I really don't want to keep that yellow because right now they have a really high yellow. I also don't want to raise the yellow too high here. So it's 6 right now. They have more than 6. I'm tempted because this gives me another turn if I go here. So if I go here and do this to make this 9, which I'm not happy about because it's going to make them have more. I just realized that was not a great move, but I want the extra turn, so it's fine. So now I'm going to play, that's 7. Ooh. Ooh. I just realized pink is a problem for me unless I get that, this recruit. Okay. I'm all over the place. You're looking for reasons to fill up your Filbert card? Stay off. Listen, I just bought a whole bunch of Marvel Champions, so I can't even tell you anything right now. So do you. Okay, let me see. So I do have I get another turn, so I get to play a card. So this is 5. You know what? I'm going to play it in the green. I'm going to play it down here. 7 against the 8. Hopefully it stays there. Perfect. All right. Speaking of, Jeremy, do you have champions? Does anybody else in the chat have Marvel Champions? I'm getting ready to sleeve that with Suzanne and Ashley, and I'm just like, it's a lot. And I have ideas for sleeving, but if you have any suggestions, I already know how I'm going to store it. I even have the sleeves that I want, but I'm open to suggestions. All right, so now Rob gets to go. Oh, it's another blue. And it's this one. And it cannot go here. It is going to go here. Okay, not really mad at the 6, what's happening at the pink right now, so that's good. Okay, so far so good. Let's give, look at that, I remembered. Woo! Rob gets a card. Fill that up. Don't forget, like me, because I'm notorious for doing that. 3, 6, 9. That's 4. I could put my yellow here. I'm almost wanting to 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a total of 11 there, so I definitely don't want it there. 11, if I put a 3 there, but then I could move. Yeah, I don't want that either. Do I want that? I don't. Oh my goodness. This is tough. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That has 11. So the pink ideally would have to go to there. Red Rising I have not played. I don't even know if I've heard much about it. I don't think a lot of my friends have played it, but anybody in the chat, have you played Red Rising? I have not played it, so I'd be curious to know as well. But I've seen it around, so I'm sorry, it could be more help. So I'm going to go here. And this now means that I get to take and I think it's any of the lowest, so let's just double check so I'm not cheating. I mean, I could use all the help I can get. Yep, lowest, and it goes to my home base. Except for the card, obviously, that I just played, but I could end up taking one out of there. That wasn't the card that I just played. Okay, so I could take the other 3. I mean, it just kind of, that still doesn't change it, and it gives me 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That still leaves that at 11, which is concerning. This, if I do that 6, 7, that leaves that at a 6, but I also have a 4. That's going to go out, which would make that higher than I want for him. Green. Wow, I didn't think this through. Actually, no, I am going to take this one. This is the lowest one here in this district, so I'll take that and place it in my home base. Hopefully you can all still see that. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Rob is getting, wow, it's all the blue cards with Rob today. So the green for Rob is 8 there. It definitely can't go here. It's going to go here. Oh, wow, there's like lots happening. Okay, we're just going to push this over a little bit. I don't want to get in the way there. Okay. So, okay, that's good. Now we're back to me. I'm almost out of cards. This is not, it's not bad. 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7, that's 10. I could add, no, I need to add that blue. If I don't add that blue, I'm in trouble. But then I have to bring that 4 into my pink. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, because if I recruit, that 4 is going to go in here, which is way over. Oh, I forgot to fill up a card, sorry. In hopes that their pink comes out. So you know what, I am, and I can't play the 4 here. Oh, I can. 3, 6, 9. I could play the 4 here. 7, 8. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to play the 4 of yellow here. Because I'm still good. So for everybody jumping in wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm looking at how much total cards number-wise that I have here in any of each color compared to what's in the base up here. I cannot be over when it's all said and done. Otherwise, I'm not going to score anything. And all my cards go away. At the end of the game, this is the last round. It won't matter, but I do want points. Try not to give Rob points. So let's do now. So we're at Rob. I don't know why I'm thinking of what I'm going to do. Oh my goodness. I think this might actually end with me not having cards. So, and of course, it's not the yellow one that I want to go out. So the pink one is coming out, and the pink one, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, can go here. No other actions. There. Not mad at this, actually, because they have 11. I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12. The pink base is a 4, 8, 11, 14. So we're still good. Okay, not bad. I think I might run out of cards, though, before this happens. So now I have 2 cards left to play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I play a 4 there, that'll make me 16 in the pink, which is compared to the 8, 11. Yeah, it's too much. Can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. Right. 4, 10... sorry, 4 and 10. Yeah, it's too high. Okay. The blue is at 6. They have 6. I'm trying not to make this too high because they have a lot of blue that they're going to be putting in here. I have 8, 10, which is way too high, so I have no choice. I have to put... Oh, but if I put the blue here, that's going to put the pink here. So unless that pink comes out, I'm in trouble. Do I want to take that chance? I might not have a choice. So if I go here... to make that 12 means I have to recruit this card, which is going to come down here. Oh, dear. Which means I'm really high here, which is concerning. Make sure you can all still see that. Okay. And a new one comes out. Don't think I'll be taking that action again, because now these cards are ridiculously high to recruit. No, I don't think so. So now we're over to Rob. Oh, Rob has a red card. That seems like it took a while. Rob, why not the pink card? Seriously, Rob, you're really ticking me off because now I'm going to play this last card and you need to pay the pink card. Ooh. So the yellow comes out 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can't play that there. 3, 6, no, it has to go here. And this is where I believe Rob, oh, this is bad because they had to play it to the capital, Rob played to the capital, and there's that symbol on the bottom of the card. Gets the lowest card from any of these that are listed. Obviously not the one played, but it's a higher value. So this is garbage. But if there's a tie, I think I get to choose. Yes, I get to choose which of the tied cards to take. So lots of 3s on the board. I kind of 7... 8, 3, 6, 9, 12. I kind of want to take it from yellow because they are going to be over. So I will take that 3 from them, which is going to go to Rob's score pile, but it does lower that a little bit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I don't think it's enough. All right, well, this is going to be my last turn. A pink's going out, by the way. I feel it with Rob, as long as he doesn't pick one off the top of the deck. Oh! So now I have this 2 to play, which I can play in my section. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 against the 12, which would bring that right up to 12, which I think we're going to tie on. We shall see. So that's my turn, unfortunately. Not great, because I think I screwed that up a little bit. Rob, last turn for Rob. It's a red, doesn't really matter. They're going to take this. Oh, saved by this card. This would go here, but they have 11. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, it is going to go here. No, 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 no. No, because if they have 4, 11, that's going to be 15. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, it has to go here. So, otherwise, if I place it here, it would be over here. So, that actually worked out. There's no symbol. Nothing else to do. So, that's it. We are at the end of the game. So, let's go and check it out, what we do here, because we're doing the solo, so it does change a little bit. All right, so we're going to check against Rob's score. So, actually, before I do that, sorry, not even end game yet. We have to finish doing the round stuff that we do normally. So, at the end of the round. My apologies. So, I have no more cards to lay out, but we do have to do the reserve cards for Rob. So let's do them here. So 6 against 12, but their blue will come out. The highest always goes in first, and then you work from there. So that's going to be 12. So that's done. Then we go into here. So there's no pink to come down. Then here, so 4, 6, 8. And there's 8, 9, 10, 11. If we put that 6 down there, it will be over. And green, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 there. And can't put it out. So these cards do not come out because it will put them over as far as I know. So we'll just double check to make sure. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Just make sure we did that right. So now we were going to resolve, which is where we now determine if, yes, resolve and then score. So let's see here. So blue has 12. I've already checked. So this, Rob's good. It's me. 2, so 7, 10, 12 against 12. So I'm not over there. The main base here has 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 18. I have 10, 13, 15, 16. So I'm good there. Sorry, I'm throwing numbers at you. I'm just trying to count what's here versus what I have, making sure that I'm under their total. So this has a total of 8, 9, 10, 11, 7, and 8. So we're good here. Whether I win them is another story. 10, 13, and I have 7. We're good here. Now we're going to score. So this is now where we're going to take a look and see who wins, I guess, so to speak, each category. So let me see. Okay, cool. So now, more math. We're going to kind of go back to the beginning now. So blue, we both have 12. So I don't know what happens when we tie. So if we're doing that, okay. Ties are resolved in a normal way by discarding the highest card and gaining gold. So let's see what that means. In case of a tie, each of the players add 1 gold token to their score pile. So this is what's happening now. So gold, we didn't play with gold in the game, but gold can actually help you adjust the totals here. So to make it so you can meet the requirements. So it says here, each of the tied players adds 1 gold token to their score pile. So I'll just toss that in our score piles. Then the highest value card of that capital district is discarded. And no, the card is not discarded, and the players don't get, if the players are not eligible for bonus, well, we are eligible. So in this case, it would be the 6. I don't think it really matters at this point because we're ending the game, but there it is. Okay, so that's good. That's how you resolve the ties. It's the same in solo as it is in the regular game. So now here, oh my goodness, so much math. I have 10, 13, 15, 16. Rob has 11. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 18. So I have the higher amount compared. I haven't gone over, but I have the higher amount compared to Rob. So I'm going to win this one. Yes, which means I'm going to get the highest card, which is a 4. That's going to go to my pile. And now yellow. So it's a total of 8, 11 there. I have 8. And they have also 8. This is hilarious. We both have 8. So we're both getting another coin. Wow, I don't think I had so many ties last time. And technically the highest card would bye-bye and go away, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Green, total of 13. I have 7. They have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Erg, they win this one, getting that ginormo 5. So that's it for the game, but now we're going to calculate points, all right, to see who is the actual winner here. So now let me just move these off the table. Rob's cards can go over to the side, and we'll actually switch to the other scene so you can actually, there we go, do that. So these are not the cards we're actually going to be looking at, so let us get rid of these cards because they are no longer necessary. All right, and that way it'll be easier for us to calculate the stuffs. So now these are do some, put them together so we can calculate them here. So the score, it's not just an adding, comparing thing, it's the difference between the scores. So we'll just spread those out so you can see them. All right. Hopefully that's visible for all of you. Right? So many things. So Mikhail's saying, interesting game, so that you can do a lot with just a bunch of numbered cards. Absolutely. And I'm not a math person per se, but this still, even though I'm not a math person, I don't like to use a calculator. I still like to use my brain to kind of try and figure this stuff out. So I actually appreciate this type of game. This is actually something I would probably use if I were still teaching children. I would totally use something like this in the classroom. Obviously, alter the rules a little bit, but this would be great. I think that would be great lessons. So, and these are just the basic tiles. Like, I'm not even using some of the more complex tiles. Let me see if I can pull one out. Like, there are boards, like extra boards and stuff. Let me see if you can see that. Depending on the type of tile you use, and then you have, other things you can do on here if you've chosen a specific spot on the board. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that we haven't even looked at. So there is that. So now let's do my cards. Oh, my card pile is very light, everybody. Oh dear. Oh, oh my gosh, it's so bad. I didn't think it was that bad. Oh no. Wow. How much is gold worth? Oh, I want to know, because if it's worth points. Okay, it's 2. They also got 4 points. Okay, this isn't looking good. So here we go. So I have a total of, and then we got to do the comparison. So 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25, plus 4 is 29. Okay, 29. I'm here for it. Let me write this down because I will forget. So 29, writing it on my little piece of paper there for me. They have, so Rob, or David, we're going to say David in this case, 6, 8, oh no. Okay, so hold on, let me do it this way. 10, 15, 17, 23, 28, 31, 35. Okay, so 35. Okay, you know what? Not mad at this. So that means, according to the book, scooch on over here, for the solo game specifically I'm talking about here, it says sum of Rob's home base, bonus cards, and gold tokens, and check your score, and let's see, so the loss, negative. Okay, so here we go. So there's a difference of, after scoring bonus, check your score against Rob's score, the sum of Rob's home base, to see if you won. If it's a tie, you win. If you have fewer gold tokens than Rob, if you want to see how well you did, you should compare your skills with the table below. Your skills equals your score minus Rob's score. Oh. Well, there's only a 6-point difference. So, it's decent. Just for reference here, if you want to know the chart, they are very positive in this game. 0 to 6 is decent. So I made the first little section there. After that, it goes 7 to 12 is good. 13 to 18 is very good. 19 to 24 is excellent. 25 to 30 is outstanding. And 31 plus is world class. So I'm on the bottom tier, but I like the positivity they give you there. So remember, your skill is the difference between your score and Rob's score. And that is the end of the game. So I'm going to pop on over to the main screen. There we go. So, and here we go. So I love Jeremy. So the game is sweet. Yes, the game is freaking sweet. Mikhail, you win the pink category. Isn't that what counts? Yes. That is exactly what counts. Pink category is where it's at. I'm going to take solace in that, okay? Because you all know I like pink. And Jeremy, it's so mathy. It is. And when I say mathy, I mean all games, right, have that element of math, so to speak. But this one actually requires you to physically calculate, okay, this amount compared to this amount. So, but it's not a bad thing. Like I just said, I'm not horribly great at math. I mean, it's fine. I can do math. But I would still be able to do it without pen and paper. At the end there to do some comparison, but it's just something you have to keep on top of, which is not a bad thing because it does keep you engaged in the game, which I think is important. They do, so solo, this isn't bad for solo. There's not a ton of upkeep. I have a tendency to forget to flip cards or something, but it's easy to kind of go back and fix that. So in that respect, it's fine. Like I don't mind this solo. And it having that kind of mathy element, the only thing is you now have to track your stuff and somebody else's. The thing that I do miss is the drafting. So Jeremy, I know you weren't here for the first part of this, but there are drafting of cards in the beginning with players when you're creating your hand. And unfortunately, doing that solo, you don't have that option. You're just kind of picking 3, taking 2 from the 3, and doing that a few times to get your hand. It's nice, the drafting in the original game, so I think that part I miss in doing a solo version, but it's not bad. So if you don't like a lot of math management, this might not be something you want to play solo versus playing with other people. Everyone's kind of responsible for their own section, but it's not the worst. And everybody knows that I'm not really into playing a ton of solo games. This is one I could play solo because I get it. I like the game. That probably has a lot to do with it, but it's pretty straightforward. There's not a ton of upkeep. It's pretty straightforward, I think. They do tell you in the game, and you won't be able to see it here, but they have sets of the tiles. We'll see if I can pull one up here. The pink one, of course. But these tiles here, I don't know if you can see them from there, but these tiles here are the ones we had on the district base, for example, for pink, and there are a whole bunch of these that you can switch out, and you can use them randomly, or you can use, they have a chart in the book that tells you for set A, all the tiles marked A, put these ones out. For B, put them out. But if you're playing solo, there are some tiles you cannot use, and it makes sense when you see it, and that's why I kind of put ones that are straightforward. But they have others that introduce, like, the board that I was telling you about. It's green, so it might not look green on your screen. I apologize. Or there are different types of cards depending on the tiles. So you saw one with the recruiter, but they have other types of cards that will come out. So depending on the tiles you pick and their abilities will depend on how your setup will be altered. I don't do solo games. Can I tell you? I know, and I get so much flack for this. The only reason, I can tell you right now, the only reason I do solo games, seriously, is because I get to hang out and chat with all of you. I have a regular group now, and even if it stayed like this from now till forever, I don't even care. I love the people that I chat with, and you all are awesome and very positive. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes it just takes one negative Nelly to be like, oh, I'm not doing solo games again, you know? So you all are great. We chat, you know, you're funny, and I enjoy doing it. That is probably one of the main reasons I'm still doing it. So, to be fair, it's all of you are the reason that this is still happening. So, and what is this, Jeremy? At this point, you play solo space games at night? Yeah, no, we won't go that far. No. I'm playing Outriders on the Xbox for video games at night, although I do have a space game. Oh no, from the same designers that did Project L, that they've asked me to look at, and I might do a solo play. Do not spread the word about my space games that I have, although I will be posting this, so never mind. So all in all, I really like this game. I liked the original. I like the new one. You also a little bit of it, but there's so much variability depending on the tiles you put out and how complex you'd like to make it. You can play it solo. You can play the original one solo, I'm pretty sure. If you've never bought the game, I think you could get away with just buying this one, but if you're not really interested in having all of the extra stuff, the first one is good too. I have both, so for me, I think keeping both is totally fine, but they are similar enough that you may want to maybe say, maybe I only want the second one, but I also really like the art, so I'm the person that would keep both. Do you need both? I don't necessarily think you need both, but that's totally your call. So as an honorary, no, stop spreading the word, all of you. You're gonna get me in trouble. Thank you for the positivity, Jeremy. I really appreciate it. And I think this is late for some of you in the chat. I appreciate you hanging out with me. So next solo play, I'm trying to do it once a week. I was on staycation last week, so I tried to not do too much of this stuff. I needed a bit of a break. What do y'all want to see? I have The Magnificent, which is another game from Aporta Games, which I could do, and that plays solo. Or, I can't remember the title of it now. I have another game. It's a space game, and the title has escaped me, but it is, and Jeremy, if you know, it's a game by the same creators of Project L, and it was on Kickstarter, so... Okay, it's only a little past midnight. Okay, not bad. It's weekend, so it's good. So... those are some suggestions. If there's anything you want to see specifically, let me know. I'm looking at my bed here because I have a whole bunch of games sitting here that I have to punch. So, and Amanda and I are coming back to play PAX Premier, hopefully at some point. My goodness, I've been so busy. So that'll be another joint game. And then David and I are playing War Chest next week with the expansions. War Chest is so good. Spoiler, I really like War Chest. Curious to see what the expansions add. So that's it. So yeah, so that's it. So overall, I like this game. Thought it's really well done. You all saw it. I think you all agree that it's a really nice game. I thought the original one was very good, so I expected nothing less here. Beat your magnificent score 176. Jeremy, were you watching this stream? I barely could beat Rob, okay? So I don't have very high expectations, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Mikhail. Space Race. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, that is the game. Space Race is the one that they've asked me to take a look at. So if you all are interested in that, I could definitely take a look at learning that this weekend. Yes, thank you. I have my computer here, but I'm afraid to touch anything right now that it'll do funny things for me again. So awesome. Thank you, thank you. So maybe that's one I'll take a look at. So yeah. You want to see snow in action. Yeah, the new one, I do have the expansion. So sorry, I said the Magnificent, but it's the Magnificent with the expansion. I should mention that. All right, well, I'm going to sign off for now. I'm actually going to play some For the King with Suzanne and Ashley. So see how that goes. Thank you, everybody, for watching. You are awesome, and I appreciate you so much. And like I said, if there's anything you want to see, just send me an email to die4games, number 2, die4games@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Board Gaming Pinup Girl, and to reach out to me there if there's something you want to ask or just to say hi. So thank you. You all are wonderful, and you make the end of the week that much better. So I appreciate you and all your support. All right, so we will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.